Hello, this is the One Episode Rule, a podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie, and I have completed my homework this time.
Yeah.
But we could
Good
talk
homework.
about that. I did have homework. I had viewer homework from before. But before that, let's talk about everybody in the room.
Let's have our introductions.
I'm Blackle. This weekend I was in the wilderness with my girlfriend, and we barely survived.
All right.
Nice. Had your own Eurocamp.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, you went to Fire Festival. Gotcha.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hello, I am Joey, and I'm here to tell you that Spy Family is excellent. Watch Spy Family, please, everyone. It's the cutest show ever. And we have a special guest this week.
Hey there, I'm Louie, and I have nothing to say, so I second Joey's comment on watching Spy Family, because it's the best. Also watch Jujutsu Kaisen.
This is acceptable. Like, show and tell wasn't mandatory. Anyway. Anyway, all right, let's get
No,
into
I still want to talk about myself.
Okay.
I'm done now, actually. We can move on.
All right. So yeah, I finished FLCL Progressive the other day, and I have troubling news.
Mm-hmm.
I want to not like it,
Did you foolies get coolied?
but it is kind of charming.
Aw.
It honestly, I don't like a bunch of the shit it's trying to do with continuing the story. I don't care for. I don't think that story needed a sequel in any way, but they did get the vibes right at a lot of places, and they do some interesting stuff with the art, especially in the final 2 episodes. And yeah, at the end of the final episode, I did look into my heart and see a modicum of fondness for FLCL Progressive.
Well, if you had fun, that's like really like the important part.
Watched show, had fun, parentheses, derogatory.
Nice.
Anyway, would you guys like to get into the news?
Yeah, let's have some
Tell
news.
me about all the news. I want to hear.
Splatter that news on my body.
We got a little bit of
Okay.
news. Did you guys know that the author of Hunter x Hunter, Togashi, opened a Twitter account recently to talk about how the manga's coming out of hiatus, and also to share works in progress.
I did hear it was coming out of hiatus. I didn't know he
I heard
created a Twitter.
Same.
I did not even know that the manga was still going, let alone that it was on hiatus or coming out of hiatus.
It was in a similar situation to Berserk.
It's in one of those forever manga like One Piece.
Was he like sick for a while, or was it a health thing?
He had health issues.
I mean, one naturally will acquire health issues after being buried under garbage bags.
I mean, he also did create Yu Yu Hakusho, which I feel like placed a certain level of cursed energy around them.
The man literally used to live in that fucking goofy "you live like this bitch" meme.
Yeah.
So.
Jeez.
But listen, as long as people enjoy it, I'm glad he's going to bring back the comic so many people seem to like.
Well, I'm glad as long as he is happy with continuing on, which, like, apparently, from what I've heard, when he was creating Yu Yu Hakusho, when he finished it, he did say that he regretted ending Yu Yu Hakusho, so it does seem like this is something that he probably does want to do, like making more of this, so I'm happy that he has the chance
What I think is really funny is that, like, there was a question about whether or not this account was legit, because he just opened it.
Oh, right, yeah.
So somebody went and asked fucking the One Punch Man author, no, the illustrator, Murata, and he's just like, oh yeah, it's him.
That's funny.
I feel like you either go to them or you go to the guy who writes Boku no Hero, because apparently he's just friends with everybody.
They just know everybody in the industry.
Yeah. Good for them.
And secondly, and shit I didn't know about, apparently there's some news about the new Urusei Yatsura TV anime, which I didn't know existed, but it is going to start in October.
Oh,
For those,
I don't know
Can you
why
tell those of us at home what that's about?
that's the origin of like fucking 75% of modern anime.
Ah,
It is the pioneer of the magical / alien girlfriend genre, and it's from the
Oh, I
80s,
see.
and all of the tropes that you have ever seen came from it.
I see.
Either it or Gundam. One of the two.
nice.
So,
It
yeah.
made Hideki Anno upset, is what I'm hearing.
I would not be surprised if it was formative for Hideki Anno. In a way that he's just like, I don't want to do that. Anyway,
Well, it's
so
good to have. Sorry, not to keep the segment going, but I was just gonna say it's good to have role models.
yeah. Can you imagine if?
Jontles.
Can you imagine if Rumiko Takahashi is fucking
Misos.
Hideaki Anno's Griffith? He's so fucked up. Because
Fuck.
it's one of the earlier works by the same lady who did Ranma and
Oh.
Inuyasha. So yeah,
Whoa! The person who did Inuyasha did Ranma.
Yes.
yeah.
Whoa!
She also
didn't know
did
that.
she also did Laughing Target, a fucking insane
Laughing
OVA
Target.
that
Rumiko
we
World.
watched.
She had a bunch of short stories that were in that, apparently. We just
Yeah.
watched one of them. It
Honestly,
was fun.
Good for her, girl boss.
Yeah.
She be working. Anyway, so
She be
that's the news.
gaslighting all of us.
So that's the news I had for today. When we invited Louis on, he said he wouldn't mind picking a show from our big list of shows.
Do I say who suggested it?
Sure, if you want to.
You can if you want.
Okay. By a suggestion from a viewer named Tyler, we're going to be watching classic anime. Didn't I say to make my abilities average in the next life?
Oh,
Excellent.
not-
That one's been on the list for
I
a
don't
long
even
time.
I don't even remember that being on the list, but let's watch it.
Absolute classic. Everyone knows it.
It's foundational.
You know, the Elder Dragon King is an outlier and should not have been counted.
Listen, this is the
My
kind
God.
of thing that happens whenever you make generalized wishes.
You
Wait,
really do
yeah,
gotta be super specific, huh?
You're not going to expect that finger on the monkey's paw to curl in? Come on. Anyway, who wants this blurb that I'm going to post?
Louis, read it.
Wow.
it.
Okay. Having stood out from others, from mothers. Wow. Can we like completely just
Just keep going.
fuck?
Just
Okay.
keep going.
Having stood out from others most of her life due to her exceptional character, Misato Kurihara has lived with neither the joy of having close friends nor the experience of having a regular life. However, after a sudden death, she was transported to a divine realm to be reincarnated and granted one wish to top it off. Thinking about the ordinary life that she had always wanted, she wished to be born as a normal person with abilities that are average for the world she will resurrect in. Oh God, how the fuck do you say that name? Be born as Adelvan Asham.
It's made
The
up
daughter
bullshit.
of-
Pronounce it however you
Yeah,
want.
it's fake royalty name. The daughter of a noble. She possesses magic powers completely exceeding what one would label average. Still desiring to carry out the life she wanted, she leaves her home and enrolls at a hunter school in a faraway kingdom using Mile as an alias. However, try as she might to hide her overpowering potential, attaining her goal will be difficult, especially when facing against the crazy situations that ensue. I feel like I'm in class in high school and like the teacher called on me to read.
Yes.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the
So, reborn as the resplendent Adele von Asham.
Asham,
Yeah.
Ashen.
She's gonna release a single
Yeah.
anyway. So
You
yeah.
know, I enjoyed most of it. I think
So,
the party member by chest size was an interesting thing.
Now is
well,
not the
well,
time.
we gotta give the rundown to the listeners so they have some context for what we're discussing.
Yeah.
So
Magpie will give us our
I'll do
little
one real
rundown.
quick. So yeah, basically, we open on Mile, scare quotes, arriving at the capital of a new country that she's come to enroll in hunter school, and she goes about seeing the sights. She's a very anime young girl. She's about 12.
Oh yeah.
Because she's got the weird hair and the blue green eyes and the outfit. And what she does most of the day is just sort of bumble around sightseeing. She does go to an inn and carelessly display her magical abilities, leading everyone to marvel at them. She also talks to the air a number of different times.
Oh, yeah.
Confusing people because I'm just going to get it out right now. There is a horrible little Digimon following her around
She's
that nobody
talking
else
to
can see.
Digimon.
What's the Jojo? What's the guy from Crash that has the big N on his head?
Cortex, Neocortex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
hate
this is a
fucking
cat. This is
princess.
Neocortex's Digimon Sona. It's a cat that's just got a big N on its forehead. As I believe for nano machine.
No, we
Yeah,
can't
something
talk
like
about
that.
that. I'm gonna freak out about that later. Don't worry.
Yeah. I liked when they were like, actually, the magic system is a bunch of robots doing things.
So yeah, she's just trying to act normal and kind of failing. She keeps walking into dangerous parts of town and bumping into people and misgendering them
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
and staring at
So
their tits.
I watched the dub version of that, so I don't know how the subs played it out. But she didn't necessarily misgender Mavis, but she's like, I don't know what to call you.
She had a panic attack about pronouns.
Yeah.
So
in the sub, she calls her Mr. Sir, which I think or
Miss Sir.
Miss Sir.
Yeah.
yeah, she does that in the dub as well. The dub is
Oh, did you also
like,
watch the dub?
yeah, I watched the dub too. The dub is like
Cool.
normal. It's not great,
It's pretty
But-
normal.
but nobody offended me either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It had a little bit of a. It did feel a little like Saturday morning cartoon, but because
it felt like a hornier version of it, but not like horny enough to actually be horny, but just like, oh, this person was a little horny when they
yeah.
wanted to do this.
But anyway, moving along, she notices the lack of children in the area, and when she returned, oh yeah, and in between this, it does come out that yes, she is a Japanese teenager who has been isekai'd into a new world after being hit by, and she calls it the isekai truck.
He does
Mhm.
call it the Isekai truck.
Yep.
The show is significantly self-aware. I'll give it that.
Yeah, doing that.
After trying to save a small child from it. Anyway, when she wakes up in the afterlife, she's given the choice to be reincarnated with one wish, and her one wish is to, in spirit, is to live a normal life with friends, because she was always an overachiever in her first life, and she didn't make any friends.
Yeah.
But she states this as she wants her abilities to be average, which we'll find out later means that her abilities are an average of
Strongest creature in the world, along with the weakest creature in the world. So she's directly in the the average of that.
well, I was gonna put a little flair on it.
I was trying to come up with an acronym, but I kept getting stuck on don't forget about dragons.
She was somewhere. She's somewhere between a paramecium and God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she has a significantly different skill set than most humans in this new world.
Yeah, like she doesn't need to cast spells or anything. She's just like,
she
you want water? Here's water.
she doesn't require the spells. She just manipulates raw magic.
Yeah.
So
I
anyway,
did oh, sorry.
after I know, right? It takes a while to get used to the format, but
Yeah,
uh,
sorry. Yeah, I'm talking to my friends, but no, it's more than that.
guys, so anyway, after
Talking to you, the viewer.
returning to the inn, she finds the cute little innkeeper girl missing and decides, oh, she must have been abducted, like the other children in the area. So she takes it upon herself to go out and look for her in the middle of the night. with
Surely
her
no one will abduct me, a small child.
Someone immediately attempts to abduct her, and she gets rescued by Miss Sir. Well, she almost gets rescued by Miss Sir because Miss Sir gets in kind of in over her head with the swordsmanship against two
We talk
opponents.
about the axe licker.
Yeah, well, we're
We'll
going to talk
get
about.
there.
No, don't worry. We'll talk about him.
We need to.
So So Miles does stand and watch her heroic battle until it becomes apparent, hey, I should help. So she just puts the guys to sleep.
Yeah, with
She's
her
asleep
magic.
with her
Yeah.
magics. Um, and so they interrogate them to find out where all the children have been disappearing to, and find it's a creepy warehouse guarded by, I shit you not, two guys from Fist of the North Star.
Is that literally what they're
Yeah,
from?
this is
I
what I
was
was thinking
wondering.
of.
That she makes a reference to it, which might fly over your head, but she calls them end of century goons,
Oh, I was wondering what that meant.
which is it's the Mohawked guys from Fist of the North Star that exist to be exploded by Kenshiro.
That's really funny, actually. That's like
Um,
actually a good joke.
it's a good pull. I like it. It may start falling flat. It's been a long time since Fist of the North Star, but
Honestly, I was just thinking of Kakyoin from JoJo the entire time.
you know, it feels a little bit like that too.
Little. I was thinking JoJo's as well, but obviously JoJo's was a Fist of the North Star like to begin with,
Right.
so
That's
Yeah.
true. But yeah, so we've got Axe Licker and not Axe Licker, and they say, "Hey, what are you kids doing here? And we should probably kill you." And I'm gonna lick my oh shit, I'm dead,
yeah.
because they get to exist for like a total of 30 seconds before being scorched by Megaman
that-
from Konosuba, who's just here.
I like that they acknowledge that he was licking the axe. Like,
Yeah, they're
they
just
straight
like,
up
"Why are you
talk
doing
about it.
that?" You cut
That's
your
very
mouth.
funny.
And yeah, Reina just is Megaman from Konosuba, but less funny.
I did like her line that was just like, if these are the kind of people that kidnap children, then I don't care if they die.
Right.
True enough.
I was like, you know what?
I was like, that's
respect
the move.
that.
She reminded me of the redhead from Madoka, whose name escapes me. Kyoko?
Kyoko.
Oh yeah. I can see that comparison.
I was getting a lot of Madoka vibes from this, actually, which scares me.
I don't think that's where it's gonna go, to be honest. But
I mean, I can see what you mean with like the dynamics, but we can talk about that more after the rundown.
anyway,
I think.
they pop into the warehouse, search around, find a door that has no handle. Mile just opens it with her mind because she can do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Find the kids, find Pauline, the girl she ran into in the marketplace earlier that we didn't really talk about.
She's got huge badonkers.
She's got,
Boob lady.
honestly, for anime, she's got kind of normal
They're
tits,
just normal size boobs.
but
But like they're big comparably.
They're
I mean,
big
for her
comparatively.
age too, probably.
and you know what? It is I do appreciate the return to like even vaguely human proportions.
Yes. True.
But yeah, she's a healer, and she volunteered to look after the children after she saw the Fist of the North Star goons.
Yeah.
She's just a nice
capture
person.
them because she's just a nice lady. So they they discover that the innkeeper girl is not there, and Mile thinks Mile has a series of extremely dark thoughts about what might be happening to her. So she rushes outside, but and they run into the people who have been doing the kidnappings, which is some weird lady who's okay. She's a weird pervert.
Yeah, she has pervert reasons.
No, she specifically is like, it's not horny.
Yeah, she's a.
That's the
It's
most
totally
horny
horny.
thing ever.
We were talking the other day about like non-sexual perverts, and I think she falls
Yeah,
under the
She's definitely
category.
that.
She's a
No
freak.
fucking
I was
Um,
like, ew, I hate this bitch.
Yeah.
I hate this nasty purple lady.
You freak me out a little more than if you were a regular pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a team of B-grade hunters, which I assume are just like adventurers, who thrash the rest of the party when they attempt to attack her. But during the pervert lady's speech, she goes to admire Mile on how childlike and innocent she is, and how small her bust is, indicating that she has not yet approached woman. Which triggers something deep inside poor Mile, and she does summon up the magic, which, as we learn in this scene, is Nanomachine's son.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nanomachines.
Yeah, there's like a freeze frame with the cat, and he's like, "I bet you're wondering how we got in this situation."
Yeah.
Well, you see, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance came out just last year, and we're all thinking about nanomachines.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I couldn't
This
figure out
is
a
what
Senator.
happens when you get your 5G chip.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out a Senator Armstrong joke fast enough, so we're just going with that one. Anyway,
Yeah, it works. It works.
so she summons up the nanomachines, and she just does like a Gundam beam rifle attack. She blows the whole side out of the warehouse. The rival adventuring party is like not dead but unconscious, and the lady just seems to be gone.
She got obliterated, which is like good and right.
because
She deserved to be.
She got incinerated by the wave motion gun, but
But
having done-
Billy has in blame.
having done this, she turns and realizes, oh god,
Oh,
they
God.
saw me. Oh,
They know I'm not
they
I'm
know-
not a normal.
They know I'm a freak. Oh god, I gotta run.
They know I'm a super.
So
she just keeps running.
So she keeps running. She keeps running all the way back to the inn. Oh, and she runs into the innkeeper girl the next morning, who apparently just went out on a side trip and came back a little late.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the fact that she has a huge knot on her head where Mile hit her.
Yeah.
But listen,
Continuity.
it's just another setback, and surely she'll have another chance to live a normal life whenever she goes
She
to
goes
the
to school.
to the Hunters Prep School and meets her new roommates, and will never have to see the party. Oh, they're here. They're roommates.
Yep.
They were roommates.
She's roommates
They were
perfectly with
roommates.
all of the
If they were
girls.
roommates.
with all three of them
I
in the
was-
same room.
I was expecting like maybe one of them or something, and then like the
But
other
no.
two were like
Literally
staff
all
members
of
or
them.
something, but it's just all of them.
I'm gonna say that Pauline seems like an adult woman.
Yeah, like Mavis has like a job, right? Like
Maybe. Well, she's a knight, and you know what? She might be a teenager. She kind of looks like it, but Pauline looks like somebody's mom.
Yeah.
She does look like the anime mom that dies at the beginning of a show,
is
doesn't
gonna
she?
die.
Her hair isn't quite
Yeah.
long enough for that.
Yeah,
She's got
okay,
a bob.
fair.
Her hair will grow.
That's the
out
only
over
thing
course of the
keeping her
anime,
safe.
and then she'll
But,
die.
but anyway, that's it. And now I have to talk about something because it is burning a hole in my mind.
I have several things that I need to talk about, but
Yeah.
you go first. Go.
I have to, or I'll die. Did you guys look closely during the market scene at the background? Because it was just made out of photoshopped pictures of cabbages, like real photographs, where it's
I did notice that like when she enters the city is like photoshopped like
The guy's stand looks like it was from Morrowind, and they're just hoping you won't look at it.
I
need a
didn't notice
screenshot of
actually.
this so bad.
Hold
I'm gonna
on.
go get
I
I'm
had
looking.
I had to stop it and go back because I was just like, "Am I insane? What the fuck?"
I literally like stopped at just the right moment. Hold on.
That's
Hold on, I gotta get a
literally
screenshot
so
of
funny. Wow, I can't. I thought you were going to talk about the fact that they're selling orc meat.
Oh yeah.
Why were they doing that?
They do.
She
I
just
was-
shoves it inside her purse.
I was wondering if I just misheard pork.
No,
Oh,
it was orc.
It was definitely orc meat.
Which means there is a class system set up in this world. In
I
There's a
That's what you're
caste
thinking
system.
about. yeah. That
It
scares
is.
me. I didn't notice that these cabbages were just fucking.
Look at it, they're just bitches. Look at the
I can't
potatoes.
deal with the barrel, the way that it's like not like a texture, but it's not. Oh my fucking god! I can't deal with this image. I can't look at it anymore.
It's
Can we
a-
talk about something else, please?
It's a wicker basket texture.
It's a wicker basket texture, but it's not wrapped properly, so it just doesn't
They
look.
use like the Photoshop warp tool or something, or like
It's
liquify.
fucking
or
incredible. I love it.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's
Well,
I had.
obviously
Oh,
we were supposed to be staring at Pauline the Spadonka honkers.
Pauline's
Oh, yeah, her
average
very-
sized boobs.
'Cause
Normal
They
breath.
they kept accentuating like
They're
the
like,
shape
"They're
of
so
it with
huge."
like the curve. Like they kept displaying the curve of it next to it. I was like, this is about boobs. This is just a boob anime.
Yeah.
Miles'
So,
reaction to those scenes are ridiculous. It makes me think that she's attracted to everybody.
That's
But
what I thought too.
Well,
like,
yeah,
okay,
when Mavis showed up, I was like, hell yeah. But
She
then
definitely
other people
is.
started showing up.
and she just kept being gay. Does Mavis just look like the girl from Fate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. She looks like Saber.
She looks like Fate or Cloud's Drive, but with a more modest outfit.
She
Yeah.
just like literally
She looks like Cloud Strife, but a little less femme.
a little
You know-
less.
You know, come to think of it, she looks like Darkness from Konosuba. This is that's a little suspicious, but anyway.
Yeah, we got a lot going on here. So
With how self-aware it is, I'm scared that it's a deconstruction and something's gonna
But
sneak its way in.
Ma-
I don't think it's
maybe.
gonna do that.
I think it's meant
God,
to. I think they're trying to be a comedy that's probably a little less blue than Konosuba, to be
yeah.
honest.
I've consumed a lot of horror in the last like couple of weeks, so that's probably just where my brain's going that
Maybe.
way.
Yeah.
But,
I think that they're trying to deconstruct it and just kind of doing like the exact average jokes. Which I mean,
yeah.
which for a show with the name that
yeah,
it
that
is,
works.
maybe that's what it should be. I
No, that's good. I might
I
watch
had
the
a
rest of this.
a visceral reaction to why did they have that sight gag of what she was imagining was happening to the small
I
child?
didn't like that.
Oh,
Why did they
right,
fucking
yeah.
do that?
Like the little sound effect of him like going off the diving board.
That was some freak shit. They
And
didn't
then
need to
the
put that
fucking,
in
like,
there.
Flower falling off of the.
Yeah, the flower falling
Oh!
off. I wasn't sure if I wanted to bring that up or not, so I'm sure glad you did.
That was grim.
That was rough.
This was the girl that was just like taking a little long to go shopping, by the way.
Did anyone notice how the hotel was called Hotel Little Girl? That was fucking deranged.
No, I didn't. I thought it just said in on
It
it.
says Hotel Little Girl on it.
This show is too much, y'all.
Does it actually say that? I thought it was like French.
No, it wasn't. Hold on.
I thought it was
can't-
like Hotel Les Glou.
No,
Oh
it
god.
says Little Girl.
Okay.
Oh.
Or it says
Far
Little
from the
Gizzle. I
fucking
can't-
course.
It's cursive. Here, I'll show a picture.
We're just gonna
Hotel-
argue about this now, huh?
Is that Hotel Little Gizzle?
Yeah, it's not a little girl. That's little
Gizzle.
little Gizzle. You know, little Gizzle.
Gizzle.
Little Gizzle.
Yeah, little Gizzle's album's gonna drop soon.
Oh my god.
Um,
Oh my god. I
so
didn't like
so
this show.
yeah. Other than
It
yeah,
was
other
super
Music
than
boring.
has.
yeah, that's the thing. Other than the production values, it didn't attack me, which is what I can say about it.
Yeah.
Some of the jokes were even kind of funny.
But there were a
The
couple of
And maybe
jokes that
this
made me
fantasy world
laugh.
also has declining birth rates.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean,
the
I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna like rave about it.
premise that she's half as strong as a dragon because of the way she worded it, that made me laugh. Like,
that's
okay,
that's fun.
that's good.
But
Aside
I don't. Sorry, you go.
aside from the fact that like it didn't really directly offend me, I'm probably not going to watch any more of this simply because I have so much on my plate already. It's
That's
not
pretty much
standing
where I'm
out
at.
enough to make me alter my plans.
Yeah, exactly.
My
Like, I feel
opinion-
like do.
Go ahead,
Should I go
Blake.
last since I'm the guest?
Just
yeah.
go.
I just wanted to say
Okay.
that my opinion. Who
Just
are you
talk-
saying to go?
Listen, just talk over each other. It's the podcast way.
Right.
Blackle, you go.
Yeah, my opinion is that it wasn't reprehensible. I mean, it was a little fucking weird, but I just found it very boring. Like, I didn't think it was like particularly novel. Like, it just seems like a weird interpolation of a bunch of other things we've seen so far. And my thought is that like, where I was going with this, I just. Oh yeah, the whole like, oh, before I can show you what she does with her magic powers, I have to explain you the fucking magic system real quick. And it's like, show don't tell, buddy. Show don't tell, please.
I
You
feel
gotta
like
tell
that was
me
supposed to be
afterwards.
part of the quote unquote deconstruction. I just don't know if it like landed
It
as
didn't
all.
land at all. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
When I say that I'd watch this, I mean like I'd put it on and have it on in the background while I'm doing something
Yeah.
else. Like I wouldn't keep my. It's not something that I would like binge
It's a
through all night.
potato chip
Yeah.
anime.
It's like like if it like fell into my queue and it's like coming up next, blah, blah, and I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, sure, I guess I'll let this roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, like it's so average that I'm gonna have to name like
Yeah,
I already know
really.
I already know what I'm gonna name this episode, and it's gonna have to live with the shame of being the cabbage.jpg anime. Anyway, if you'd like to tell us what the funniest vegetable JPEG you could see in the background of an anime would be, you can do so at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That's
Cucumber.
one the word, not the number.
Fancy.
Send us your funny cabbage JPEGs on Twitter if you'd like. We are at One Episode Cast.
That's just gonna be the gift from Avatar.
My cabbages.
Yeah, that's so true.
You know, the only other example of this I know of is the one from High Guardian Spice, where they just keep putting like bad JPEGs of bread into scenes, and nothing's the same size.
That's funny. Oh.
I feel really bad for the team who worked on that because it's like they got no money, and then they made the show, and everybody was just like dog shit.
Aw. Well, that was this one. It was average.
I couldn't say
stop.
what-
I couldn't stop thinking of the Kira wants to live an average life. Normal. Like we should turn
Jesus.
that. She just wants to live a quiet, peaceful life.
Jesus Christ. That'd be the twist of the century. She turns out to be a fucking serial killer that collects people's
That collects
hands.
hands, yeah.
Oh, there was one thing I did want to like just ask. Like, does anyone else feel like the element of her being a royalty thing like was just made things too complicated?
It was completely
A
unnecessary.
little too much. It didn't
I
have
think-
anything.
I think
That's my one
it's-
real criticism.
I think they were using it to explain why she's in a different country because it clearly did not work out
Yeah,
where she was born.
yeah.
And I think that also if you put social class as like a stat, then royalty is probably somewhere between paramecium and god.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see
Um,
that.
but yeah, we've run out the clock. We have to go now. So
Have to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that was my last question.
Bye,
You can
everybody.
put me back in the box.
into the weed locker with you.